South Sudan government and opposition clash over drafting of permanent constitution. Welcome to Juba Global News Network, the media by Nyieth Enterprise. Now the news. A recent development at the Nairobi peace talks. Tensions have emerged between the South Sudan government and opposition groups regarding the drafting of the permanent constitution in neighboring Kenya. Disagreements arose when the holdout groups proposed a phased approach, with the initial drafting in Nairobi and subsequent stages in South Sudan, a proposal that was met with rejection by the government. Addressing journalists in Juba, Information Minister Michael Makuei highlighted the government's stance, emphasizing that the constitution-making process should be conducted and owned by the South Sudanese people. Makuei firmly stated, constitution-making should be done and owned by the people of South Sudan. There is no way we can draft it outside South Sudan. Makuei further underscored the transitional government's technical and financial capacity to craft a permanent constitution that reflects the aspirations and values of the South Sudanese populace. He dismissed the notion of drafting the constitution outside the country, emphasizing the importance of local ownership and participation in the process. Meanwhile, Higher Education Minister Gabriel Chang expressed concerns about potential intimidation and constraints on freedom of expression if the constitution-making process were conducted within South Sudan. Chang acknowledged the need for safeguards and measures to ensure an environment conducive to open dialogue and constructive participation. Opposition sources at the Nairobi peace talks highlighted the importance of holding the initial phase of the constitution-making process in Kenya to facilitate unrestricted dialogue and engagement. Citing concerns over freedom of expression and inclusivity, opposition delegates emphasized the need for a transparent and inclusive process to pave the way for free and fair elections in South Sudan post-transition. As the negotiations continue, both the government and opposition factions remain engaged in discussions to address key issues surrounding the constitution-making process, implementation mechanisms, and election preparations. The quest for a durable peace agreement and sustainable governance framework remains at the forefront of the dialogue, with a shared commitment to advancing the interests and aspirations of the South Sudanese people. In addition, few weeks earlier, Joseph Nyieth of PPP rejects constitution change abroad, highlights party's distinct stance. Joseph Nyieth, chairman of the Patriotic People's Party PPP, has reiterated his firm stance against the idea of altering the constitution of South Sudan in a foreign country. In a recent statement, Nyieth expressed skepticism towards conducting such a critical process outside the nation's borders. Thank you for watching Juba Global News Network.